I have chosen the Isle of Elba for my stay on account of the gentle behavior of its inhabitants and the mildness of its climate. So wrote the exiled Napoleon Bonaparte when he made Elba his home. The port of Piombino lies an hour south of Pisa. It's here where you'll catch the ferry to the island. The boat ride costs about $5 per person, and for an extra $30, you can take your car across. By ferry, the trip takes only an hour, but if you can't contain your eagerness, a few dollars more will put you on a hydrofoil that brings you to the island in about 30 minutes. Most of us were going to Elba to leave a hectic world behind, but the relaxing magic of the island seems to permeate the ferry even before we arrive. An air of friendliness taken on by everyone, a feeling even the seagull can trust. As a warm sun dips toward the western horizon, we dock at the island of Elba. The next day, we wake to the sound of rain, leaving the beaches empty and quiet. A few hours later, and the island transforms into a crisp green and blue, the colors we had hoped for. When you arrive in Elba, the first place you'll see is Porto Ferraio. If you didn't bring your car, you can rent a moped for about $20 a day. The town offers many outdoor cafes and shopping opportunities, but it's best known for the man who lived in this house. When Napoleon was exiled, he chose Elba as his place of residence. For 10 months, he lived his life on the island in the quiet comforts of his home, enjoying an ambience that can still be found today. Of all the splendors Elba has to offer, its strongest attraction is its coastline. At the southern end, crystal clear water meets a sandy beach. A place to frolic in the sand, soak in the sun, or swim in water where the ocean floor is always in sight. It's a place you can enjoy by yourself or with the entire family. Driving towards the northern coast, small secluded towns spot the hillside, and the island begins to take on a different appearance. The sandy beaches disappear, and a more rugged coastline takes shape. Although the northern end is less populated by tourists, it shouldn't be ignored while exploring the island. The rocks may not be as soft as the sand, but sunbathing opportunities are endless, and they're a natural playground for the kids. Of all the luxuries offered on Elba, it's probably best known for its affordability. If you want to spend time on the island without spending a lot of money, you can stay in a pensione like this one for as little as 50,000 lira a night. That includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you're not a saltwater fan, you can stay in a hotel like this one equipped with a pool for as little as $60 a night in the off-season. And yes, that also includes 3 meals a day. Hotel costs are more expensive during the high season, the middle of June through the end of August, but it's still reasonable. Most of Elba's livelihood comes from the tourist industry, but it also does a thriving wine business. The north side offers ideal growing conditions, and a vineyard is never out of sight. Some places will encourage you to come inside and taste their wares. In here, you can pick a bottle of wine custom made for your particular taste. Speaking of taste, it was time to eat. Our hosts took us to a relative's house where we met a shining example of Elba's hospitality.
She said if she knew she was going to be on film, she would have gotten rid of all her wrinkles.
A late afternoon dinner, and our day is almost complete. A boat ride along the jagged coast allows us to explore parts of the island only accessible from the sea. Inside a cave or swimming in the coastal waters, the Isle of Elba is yours to enjoy. The only thing we didn't like about our visit was knowing that soon we would have to leave. The island, the people, and their hospitality. Reporting from the Mediterranean's clear blue waters off the coast of Elba, I'm Specialist Robert Buchwald for Uplink.